Hello and welcome back to the Encryption Edge. I'm Wyatt Hackathorn, and today we're talking about a serious deadline that has been looming for a while now and something that has been putting immense pressure on IT and security professionals everywhere. So we've all been focused on the October 14th, 2025 date for end of support for Exchange 2016 and 2019. But this is part of a much larger ongoing challenge that organizations are facing with these legacy servers. After this date, Microsoft will no longer provide essentially security patches, any bug fixes, or any form or technical support. For organizations still running these servers, this is sort of a ticking time bomb and something that you want to take a look at for any legacy systems you have. But this isn't just a new problem for the industry, it's a reoccurring theme we saw play out recently with the Windows 2012 server. You see, in late 2023, Microsoft Windows Server 2012 and 2012 R2 also reached their end of life. Microsoft's core recommendation was the same thing: upgrade or migrate to the cloud. But for hundreds of thousands of enterprises, that's not a simple option for them. Well, it's because legacy servers are often powered by business critical, highly independent systems that are too risky or too expensive or too complex to migrate in that way. A staggering 10% of all servers in use today are still running out of support Windows operating systems like Windows Server 2008. There's 2012 and 2012 R2 as well. This creates a massive security liability. Over 1,000 common vulnerabilities and exposures, or CVEs, have been identified in Windows Server 2012 and 2012 R2 alone. Uh, and these vulnerabilities are in core services like RDP, SMB, and IIS, which are actively targeted by attackers. Worst part is that many vulnerabilities discovered in newer operating systems are also present in these legacy versions, but they will never be patched. So this turns these servers into low-hanging fruit for any cyber criminals trying to get into your organization's data. Um, we've seen it firsthand. Security research firms have reported preventing hundreds of high priority security incidents of those legacy systems, with attackers using sophisticated tools like Cobalt Strike or Metasploit to exploit unpatched vulnerabilities. These are not just, theoretical threats, they are active, ongoing attacks that have been and are going on right now. And many of these attacks are also fileless. They're targeting these servers' runtime memory, and WEX vendor DPA guidelines is a defense modern system that modern systems have, but legacy servers often lack. So you might be thinking, can we just install our standard endpoint security solution on these old servers? The answer, unfortunately, is that it's often not enough to cover everything. Modern endpoint detection and response for EDR technologies are designed and optimized for modern operating system. They rely on advanced features and telemetry that simply didn't exist in these older versions. For instance, systems running an OS older than Windows Server 2016 don't have Microsoft's anti-malware scanning interface or AMSI, which is a key component for modern EDRs and to detect obfuscated scripts, fileless malware. Excuse me. Without AMSI, EDRs are essentially flying blind to some of the most common and dangerous attack techniques. Um, and furthermore, older systems like Windows Server 2008 R2 have a limited version of event tracing for Windows, which means that um, simply EDRs are getting less real time information, resulting in reduced visibility and a lower detection rate. So this creates a serious protection gap. While your modern systems are well defended, these legacy servers become sort of the soft underbelly of your environment, a kind of clear entry point for any ransomware gangs or other threats, attackers to breach your network. So, what can organizations do now? The core recommendation remains the same: upgrade or migrate. For those of you stuck on legacy Windows Server 2012 or maybe even older, your options are more limited, but not non existent. You can buy Microsoft's extended security upgrades or ESUs, which provide critical and important security updates for a limited time. In the case of Windows 2012 servers until October 2026. So, this is a temporary measure, a way to buy time, but is not a permanent solution. Let me be clear. Organizations can also look for third party security solutions designed specifically for these legacy systems. Some technologies can mitigate vulnerabilities and protect against modern attacks, even on systems that are no longer receiving patches. They function as a compensating control, providing a layer of protection that your EDR simply cannot. Ultimately, whether we're looking at or talking about Exchange or Windows Server, this challenge highlights the fundamental truth. Legacy systems are a growing source of risk that can no longer be ignored. It's time to upgrade those systems, and the end of life date for Exchange 2016 and 2019 is final, and is has become a urgent call to action. And it's a chance to learn from the ongoing struggle with Windows Server 2012. And it's important to make some of these moves now so that you don't have to and future proof your organization. So that's about it for this episode of the Encryption Edge. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you guys have any topic suggestions, I would love to hear them. You can either comment on YouTube or email us at info@encryptionconsulting.com, and we'll catch you next time.